campus of Mars Hill University on this beautiful Friday evening just above Asheville, in between Asheville and Johnson City. This is Robbinsville Varsity Softball right here on the Gramstar Sports Network. So we got a couple of cameras set up for you. We'll do our very best to bring you a slick presentation today. No promises, especially since I'm running everything solo. We do have Montana on hand, but she's actually out taking photographs for us today. I want to document this very special occasion for our Lady Knights. Coming into today's game with a record of 15-4. Meanwhile, the Madison County Lady Patriots boast an overall mark of 12-8. Zoe Schuler. Second base, serving one. Number 4, right field, Anna Williams. Number 3, pitcher, Memory Pratt. Number 99, third base, Naomi Taylor. Number 22, catcher, Liz Carpenter. Number 24, center field, Kinsley Phillips. Designated player, number 33, Fannie Welch. Number 7, left field, Claire Barlow. Flex player in first base, number 21, Aubrey Wachacha. In reserve, number 5, Abby Adams. Number 8, Red Hooper. Number 12, Taylor Jackson. And number 15, Olivia Lewis. And now, starting out for your Madison Patriots. Number 3, pitcher, Karen Gunner. Number 10, shortstop, Paige Speak. Number 4, catcher, Presley Harwood. Number 25, third base, Cheyenne Ricker. Number 12, designated player, Riley Fleming. Number 16, center field, Haley Griffin. Number 7, second base, Ellie Wagner. Number 11, first base, Anna Katz. Number 5, right field, Elora Clark. Number 6, left field, Netflix, Shelby Roberts. Number 17, Kylie Ball. Number 9, Zeta Walker. Number 8, Braylon Thomas. Trip up here today from Robbinsville. Lady Knights look to be set to go here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Kevin Hensley with you for the telecast, as we said. Very privileged to be with you once more for Robbinsville Athletics. Final time during the regular season. And tomorrow is a more important game conference-wise for Robbinsville. They will be playing Hiawassee Dam at 1 p.m. at Hiawassee Dam. The winner of that one gets to claim the Smoky Mountain Conference Championship for the year. But there's no cell service at Hiawassee Dam, so we're off the grid, and we'll just have to let you know how it goes. I take our word for it. Playoffs begin Tuesday here in North Carolina. And we're about ready to go with Zoe Schuler set to step up to the batter's box. And here's Schuler to step up here in the top of the first. Too far behind here, just about set to go. And she steps up. Takes ball 1. First pitch comes at 5:04 p.m. and it is an absolutely pristine 70 degrees here in Mars Hill here on this Friday evening. Schuler lays off of that one as well. Just a hair off the plate. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0. Also misses. Ball 3. Sheila being very patient here. Good to see that nearly going. If they can get her on, that is a good spot for Robbinsville to be in to begin this ball game. Should be a good one, folks. If you're with us live, we appreciate you being with us. And on 3-0, she stepped out. It'll just jog on down to first base. A 4-pitch walk issued by Carrie Gunter to begin the game. And here's a dangerous freshman transfer in the offseason from Swain County. Surrey Waddy will step up to the batter's box now. Sheeler's on with nobody out, and she's off to the races. And to second base she goes. Good backup in center field will prevent any further damage from taking place. Sheeler claims the bag. Those dugout always very bubbly. I believe the count should be 2-0, maybe? It is 2-0. So that's 6 straight balls that Miss Gunter started off the game with today. Sophomore for the Lady Patriots. That's a strike. That'll get in there. On his 2 balls, 1 strike. Lottie to be followed by freshman Anna Williams. Nice surprise for Robbinsville's varsity squad this year. It's a pitch. Popped up over right field. And catch is made. And that's out number 1. Sheeler will remain stoically at second base. And that will summon to the plate Anna Williams. Sheeler's going to third, and that's going to get loose. And she's going to find a way to get home easy peasy on the E2. So it'll be a stolen base and an error to score Sheeler. It's 1-0 Robbinsville right off the bat. Well, I guess the base path thread off. And Williams ropes it into right field. That'll be a solid connection for the freshman, Anna Williams. And that will bring up pitcher Memory Frapp. Frapp in the cleanup hole today for Robbinsville. Williams at first. Williams will go to second, and she'll get under the tag. So that's 3 stolen bases already here in the top of the first for the Lady Knights. Popped up foul. Counts 1 ball and 1 strike. Crowd on hand this afternoon at Mars Hill. Good to see that. Probably a little more staggered towards the Madison County side of things. Well, she really golfed that one on the left field line. It'll disappear into the outfield reaches. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the first. Robbinsville already leading 1-0 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. 1-0. Frapp chopped it right back where it came from. It'll be a fielder's choice 1-3. That'll move up Williams. 2 outs. And there's another newcomer to the Robbinsville ranks this year. She's been quite the addition, Naomi Taylor, who pitched yesterday at Hayesville in the 14-6 Robbinsville victory. That one misses off the plate, 1-0. 1-0 on the way. Up and in. Miss Taylor leaned out of the way of it. Count runs 2 balls and no strikes. That one in there, inside corner. 2-1. Hodgeville up 1-0. Zoe Schuler drew a leadoff walk, swiped 2 bases, and on the second attempt, came home on an error. That's how the run got on the board. That one goes to right field, and it will land in the glove of Allure Clark. We'll go to the bottom of the first. 1-0 Robbinsville here on GramstarSports.com. 2-1 the count, 2 outs. Volleyball will be beginning in August, middle of the month. We'll have football ready for you in just a short as well after that. That's not too far away. Got her on 3 pitches, 2 strikeouts for Frapp. She starts strong here in the bottom of the first. Lady nice jog to the dugout. They've got a 1-0 lead here on GramstarSports.com. Count is 1-1 on Liz Carpenter. Offs it down the third base line. Hot as a firecracker. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one fouled off as well. Ball and 2 strikes remains the count. And it's fouled off again. Two count. A 1-2 count, excuse me. On grounded to shortstop. Throw to first will be in time. And that is out number 1. Here's Kinsley Phillips, one of the 2 Robbinsville seniors. And first one she sees is going to get golfed hard to center field. And on the first pitch, Phillips gets on with a single. Kinsley Grace. She'll hang out at first. And here's Fayla Welch here in the top of the second, 1 out. And Kinsley Phillips at first, and Welch, the other senior for Robbinsville. Barlow to bat next, and then we'll go to the top of the lineup. Zoe Schuler will be lurking in the shadows. Welch hit that one off the handle. Goes foul. Counts 0-2. For reasons we can't explain, that lively Robbinsville dugout comes awake when one of the fielders gets over there and they start barking at him. Chopped right back. And a little bit of trouble handling it, but she'll scoop it up in time. That'll be a fielder's choice 1-3. And that'll move Kinsley Phillips to second. 2 outs. Barlow up. 2 gone. Big swing and a miss by Claire Barlow. Counts 0-1. The pitch. Barlow thought about a bunt. Pull back. Counts 1-1. Kinsley Phillips flirted with the idea of moving up to the next bag and changed her mind. That's a multi-sport track athlete out there on the base path. You don't want to mess with her. And that time she didn't get it pulled back in time, makes it a ball and 2 strikes. Barlow coming into today's game with an average of .283, 1 homer, 14 RBIs. And a piece of that will keep her alive. Zoe Schuler would bat next if the inning continues on the Gramstar Sports Network. Outside, Barlow laid off of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Barlow is plunked by a pitch. He'll jog down the first baseline. So after the hard-fought at bat, she gets a free pass. A little worse for the wear, but I'm sure she'll shake it off. 2 outs, 2 on for the Lady Knights. Here's Zoe Schuler. That's who you want up in this situation. Coming into today's game, Schuler batting a hefty .625 on the season. How about a double steal? And it will be successful. So Phillips up to third now. Barlow at second. Counts 1-0. The pitch, good eye there above the backstop. I'm sure Kinsley Phillips didn't move. They call her Charlie for, well, I don't really know why. Anyhow, Schuler, .625 average on the year, 9 home runs, 26 RBIs. And that one off as well. 3-0. So I believe the strategy may be to pitch around Miss Zoe Schuler. What it's looking like. She hadn't seen a strike all day. 3-0 count. And boy, did she make him pay for that. Fly ball left center field. It's off the top of the fence. Phillips and Barlow score easy peasy. It's going to be a 2-run double. 3-0 Robbinsville. Give Miss Schuler RBIs 27 and 28. And here's second baseman Surrey Waddy up to the plate now. Up and away, ball 1. Schuler also flirted with the idea of moving there, changed her mind. Waddy swinging a hot bat as well this year. .433 average coming into today's game. 4 doubles. And she's got 19 RBIs. Fly ball to left center field. It'll drop in the gap again. They overshot it. Schuler will score easy. Waddy with a double. That's number 5 on the year. And everything coming up Robbinsville at the moment. It's 4-0. So Waddy and Schuler trade places. And that will summon freshman Anna Williams batting .484. She's got a triple to her resume this year, 17 RBIs. The pitch. Williams kind of half offered at it. Grimaced because she knew she shouldn't have. And I believe the count is 0-2. It is. Here in the top of the second. And that that one will screen over Waddy's head. Waddy's turning the back. She's going to go to the house, but she's hung up. And right here below us, she'll get back to the bag in time. Thank the Lord for that. Waddy got a little antsy there. Williams with a stand-up double, though. And it's now got 2 on, and we'll have a caucus at the mound with Miss Gunter. And while we do, we'll step aside here for just a moment on the Gramstar Sports Network. Frap up now as the hitting continues for Robbinsville. That's 3 in a row, 3 doubles in a row, as a matter of fact, for the Lady Knights. Frap coming up with runners at second and third and 2 outs. Robbinsville up 4-0 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Frap got a good piece of that. It'll die in the pine sap back here behind us. Quickly an 0-2 deficit on Memory Frap. Popped up a mile high over the infield. Catch made over second base by Ellie Buckner. That will do it. But Robbinsville strikes not once, not twice, but thrice. Here in the top of the second inning, we'll go to the bottom of the frame. Your score, Lady Knights 4 and Lady Patriots nothing. Stay with us on the Gramstar Sports Network. Bottom of the second here at Mars Hill. Score is 4-0. Lady Knights are on the Gramstar Sports Network. Kevin Hensley with you on behalf of the Lady Knights and the Black Knights all season long, and looking forward to starting it back up again in August. Mary Frap begins her second inning of work, and down the right field line it goes. Foul. Count is 0-1. A 1 coming from Frap. And that one will be in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chopped hard. Taylor and Schuler can't get a hold of it. It pokes through. And that'll be a leadoff hit for the Patriots here in the bottom of the second. Cheyenne Ricker on the leadoff single. And here's Raleigh Plemons, another freshman. And her bunt goes right back to the net. Bouncing right in front of you there. Rickner will go. Umpire a little shook up. That one hit him on the ricochet. And they're doing the right thing out there. Classy move on the field just to give him a moment to compose himself. He looks to be all right. Don't ever want to see the men in blue get injured. We are in the bottom of the second. It's 4-0 Robbinsville. Bunt attempt popped up that time, foul, and it's quickly 0-2. Patriots 12-8 this season. They are 9-3 in their division. They finished in third place this year, behind the Mountain Heritage Lady Cougars and the Drawn Wildcats. Foul back to the net. 0-2. Upstairs, ball and 2 strikes. Snap throw to first. Good idea by Carpenter. But Rickner got back in time. Two-two count. Ricker back to first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. The Lady Patriots trying to get something going here against Robbinsville. Zoe Schuler's already scored 2 times in the ball game. And got a double and 2 RBIs to her credit as well. Sorry, Waddy drove Schuler in. For the 4th run, Schuler scored in the top of the first. Drew a leadoff walk, swiped 2 bases, and came home on a throwing error. Strike 3 called. She couldn't pull the trigger. That froze Riley Plemons. Strikeout number 3 for Frapp in the ball game. Here's Haley Griffin. Griffin up here with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Up and away. Ball chucked to first. Aubrey Wachacha makes sure Ricker stays honest. She's safe. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Patriots trying to get something rolling here. Swing heavy here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Got to do something, though. Counts 0-2. And she'll rope that one on the left field line. And it will drop. And she'll stop at second base. So, a pair of hits with 1 out wedged in between. And that will bring Ellie Buckner to the plate. Bunt attempt is going to go foul. Count is 0-1. 2 Patriots on, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Robbinsville leading 4-0. You are watching the only authorized home of Robbinsville sports this season. If anybody else is streaming it, you need to let us know so we can let the state know so that can get stopped. Nobody impeding on our stream here. And of course, a portion of the proceeds from all sales to these pay-per-view passes do go back to the program you're watching, and we've done that all year long. We'll tell at the end of the school year just how much money we donated back. We're not going to be braggadocious about it. One and done announcement. But we're very privileged to do this, and it's been a blast this year doing it for Robbinsville. And we look forward to carrying on the tradition in August. House 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ellie Buckner. Here's Memory Frapp's offering. Hard hit down the third base line, foul. Robbinsville 15-4 this season. 2 losses have come to Inca. One was an extra inning loss, and the Lady Knights were leading that game going into the bottom of the seventh. Inca scored enough to stay alive, and the game actually went to the ninth inning before Inca scored the walk-off hit. Won that one 6-5 in Candler. That was way back on March the 10th. Inca traveled to Graham County to return the favor a little bit later and won decisively. Another loss to AC Reynolds on April the 22nd. 10-2 final. First pitch from Frapp, and it's hit up a mile high. Naomi Taylor right here below you will get it in. Good job. And that'll hold everybody in place. 2 outs. But perhaps the most surprising loss of the season came against Hiawassee Dam last Tuesday. An 8-7 extra inning loss at home. First time Robbinsville's been beaten at home by a conference team in 4 years. And at the plate is Anna Capps. And the pitch inside that hitter, I don't think it did. It's going to be actually, boy, Ricker got in there. A little dirt on those white and blue uniforms. Madison's in business, 2 in scoring position. Runners move up on the wild pitch. Was way up and in. I don't know if it just slipped out of Frapp's fingers or what happened there. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Frapp back ahead. Already 3 strikeouts today for the Robbinsville Ace. They do have 2 other pitchers on their staff, and they're manning third and second base, respectively, on your depth chart. Naomi Taylor and Surrey Waddy. Sure, we'll see them as the game progresses. 1-2 is going to be a swing and a miss. That will do it. 4 strikeouts today for Frapp. The Patriots scatter 2. We'll go to the third. It's 4-0 Robbinsville here on GramStarSports.com. Top of the third, 4-0 Lady Knights here on GramStarSports.com. Coming up here in the lineup will be spots 5, 6, and 7. Naomi Taylor will kick it off for us, followed by Liz Carpenter and Kinsley Phillips. First pitch is going to be a ball, 1-0. Taylor batting .339 on the year. 1 home run, 18 RBIs. Low and in, ball 2. Inside and low, ball 3. They call her Nene. She's showing a lot of patience at the plate. Liz Carpenter due up next. Kinsley Phillips is in the hole. Chambers building here on campus lingers right behind us here at Mars Hill. It's a 4-pitch walk. Good start for Robbinsville. Walk number 2 issued today by the starting pitcher, Carrie Gunter. And here's Carpenter. And Carpenter's hit by the pitch. So 2 on quickly for Robbinsville. Nobody out. Kinsley Phillips looks to tack on to the drubbing so far. .327 average for the senior. She leads the team in triples. She's got 6 this year. No homers. She hit 1 her sophomore season and did not play last year. 15 RBIs. That may change. Fly ball is going to go out of the ballpark, baby. Kinsley Phillips with a 3-run bomb. First home run of the year for Kinsley Phillips. And she'll get mobbed at home plate. Deservedly so. 7-0 Robbinsville. Oh, baby. She got all that one. And we'll have another conference here in the circle with starting pitcher. That may be the end of the afternoon. We'll see what they decide to do. Ella Welch will await to see what happens. And I believe they're going to make the change. So the new pitcher is going to be Riley Plemons. And while she gets her warm-up tosses in, Fela Welch is going to, I guess, just walk right up and step right in. All right, then. Fair enough. So here's Miss Plemons. And it's outside, ball 1. So she was already out there? I missed that. Did they change in between or something? Oh. I did not catch that. My apologies. All right. We'll get it all sorted out. Welch in there now with a 1-1 count. Layla Welch awaits the pitch. It will be low in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Counts 2-2 now. Counts full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Claire Barlow in the on deck circle. And Welch couldn't pull the trigger. Strike 3 called. Strikeout number 1 for Riley Plemons. And that will bring up Claire Barlow. One and one, swing and a miss. Big cut by Barlow. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Popped up over shortstop. Play made by Carrie Gunter, and that will be out number 2. Back to the top of the lineup card, Zoe Schuler to the plate. Robbinsville with a cozy 7-0 lead here on GramStarSports.com. We appreciate you being with us wherever you may be tuned in. And don't forget, fans, we'll have playoff coverage for you. First round is Tuesday. Lady Knights, either way, will be in the top 2 of the conference. Hopefully, it'll be at number 1 after tomorrow. So we'll be hosting at least the first round of the playoffs, if not more. And Schuler laid off of that. Count is 1-1. That one laid off of 2 balls and a strike. That one flown back to the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two on the way. Schuler will rope it, and it may be a rare putout. 4-3. That's going to do it. But Kinsley Phillips widens Robbinsville's advantage, to say the very least. A 3-run homer. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 7-0 here on GramstarSports.com. Bottom of the third, 7-0 Robbinsville. Welcome back here, fans, to Mars Hill University. We're on the same field where the Lady Lions duke it out in Division II action. This is, of course, the final non-conference game of the season for the Lady Knights. Tomorrow is the biggie, 1 p.m. first pitch at Hiwassee Dam. Swing and a miss is how the bottom of the third begins. The batter is Allura Clark, sophomore for the Lady Patriots. Kinsley Phillips with a big 3-run homer in the top of the third. Widened everything out. Zoe Schuler's been responsible for 2 runs, 2 RBIs. It's been an offensive showcase for Robbinsville so far. That one chopped foul. Count is 0-2. As much as we wish we could, fans, there's not enough service at Hiwassee Dam. Can't even pick up the Wi-Fi at the softball field, so we will not be able to stream tomorrow. And we won't be able to do any updates either. So when we get back into the land of, cell service, we'll be glad to let you know how everything shook out. We hope to be posting a conference championship photo. I'll be wide over calling pitches today. That's a change for Robbinsville. Normally that's Petey Millsap's job. He's here in the dugout. That one inside. And she laid off. 2-2 count. Memory Frepp gets her orders. Maybe it for her after this inning. Depends on her pitch count. I was talking to Coach Billy Down on the way up here, and he's probably going to have to hold her at 1 today. Keep her fresh for tomorrow. Grounded to second baseman Surrey Waddy. Throw to first in time. And that is out. Number 1. And back to the top of the lineup card, Carrie Gunter will bat. Gunter started the game in the circle, gave up 4 runs over the first 2 innings, and bowed out. That one in there, 0-1. Foul ball will go right over the head of Mark Jackson. Taylor Jackson's dad standing on the top row of the bleachers behind the plate. The count is 0-2. Just a moment to get everything squared away. There we go. Gunter back into the batter's box now. Here comes the 0-2 from Frepp. It's upstairs. Gunter lays off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's a stone's throw from the Tennessee state line up here on 26. Fields of Ivy just even closer than that. about to overgrow us, as a matter of fact. 2-2 count. That one low and in. Murphy defeats Hayesville 15-0 in softball action today. That'll be the end of the season for those two programs. Murphy will finish third in the Smoky Mountain Conference. They would have either way after defeating Swain last night. 2-2 on the way. Popped up. Foul. And Gunter battling as she did in her first at bat. She struck out her first time up. Frapp with 4 strikeouts in 2 1/3 innings of work. Upstairs, Gunner laid off. Counts full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Emery Frapp's older sister Patience out along the right field line. Taking it all in today. And ball 4 misses so close. But she draws the walk. One out. And Paige Peak will try to get something going for the Patriots offense. One, two, three. They were set down in the bottom of the first were the Lady Patriots. In the second, they stranded 2. Lengthy segment, if you'll have it. Well, live fans from Mars Hill University, we appreciate you being with us for our final regular season telecast. We're going to keep it up, folks, as long as the Lady Knights can battle away in the playoffs and stay alive. We'll be with you for coverage right here on GramstarSports.com. Now, remember, fans, there's always a quick turnaround on these playoff matchups. So, please, we do ask you bear with us if we don't have a game readily available, for purchase. We've got to get everything set up, maybe cleared with a host school if we're not at Robbinsville. 1-1 on the way. Low and in. Peak jumped out of the way of that one. 2 balls and a strike. Up and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball roped off by Peak. And the home plate umpire is out of balls because so many have been hit outside the parameters. Rapp will get it and circle back around. Counts full. Gary Gunter will be off to the races, I'm sure, at first on this pitch. And it is hit hard down the left field line. Big battle here from the junior Paige Peak. Count still full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And a big swing and a miss. She won the battle. Snap throw back down to first will not get Gunter. But strikeout number 5 for Emery Frapp today. And here is Presley Hardwood. Backstop for the Patriots. Digging this overhead shot, fans. We'll just stay with this for a minute. How about that? Frapp into a windup. Low. And Gunter will easily trot to second base on the wild pitch. So that's a rarity for Miss Frapp, junior for Robbinsville. 2 wild pitches in the game. That's only her 6th one of the year. Counts 1-1 on Presley Harwood. 1-1 pitch. Up and away. 2 balls and a strike. Big cut. Comes up empty. If Harwood had got a hold of that one, she could have sent it to Marshall, but instead it's going to be a 2-2 count. 2-2 coming. Popped up, foul. And Taylor ran it out, as you should. Zoe Schuler giving her some adulation for that. Count is still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sam Ricker in the on deck circle if the inning continues. That one shoots right over the press box. Count is still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Come right over our head here, actually. Count's been 2-2 for a while. Harwood battling, takes that one low below the shins. And another full count. So the patient Patriots making Frapp work for it here in the bottom of the third. Rebecca Huff, the head coach. It was some encouraging words. Strike 3 called. That froze her in her tracks. Frapp will jog off the field. After strikeout number 6, Gunter is stranded. We'll go to the 4th. 7-0 Lady Knights here on the Graham Star Sports Network. 2, 3, 4 holes due up for Robbinsville as we welcome you back to Mars Hill University. It's 7-0 Lady Knights here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Kevin Hensley with you on behalf of Graham County's hometown newspaper since 1955. When we come back from another break, later on in the game, we'll show you the front cover of this week's edition, and maybe it'll entice you to head out to a newsstand. We've got about 30 locations we sell at in a 3-county radius in Western North Carolina. Waddy leads off, takes strike 1, and a big hack comes up empty quickly, 0-2. Waddy to be followed by Anna Williams, pair of freshmen batting back-to-back in the lineup. Waddy hacked at it, got a piece of it. Fresh off a trip for a prom dress, she's with us today here at Mars Hill. High school prom tomorrow in Graham County. And yes, folks, they're going to play softball and then rush back for prom. Part of the gig. Strike 3 called, second strikeout for Plemons. Here's Anna Williams. Off the plate, count is 0-1. Popped up down the right field line. John Barlow and Tommy Adams did not offer at it. You think they'd do more than just hold that fence down. Counts 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Williams will tattoo it to center field. And an on-the-run catch made. Nicely done by Haley Griffin, and that's out number 2. That will summon Memory Frapp to the dish. And the first pitch to Frapp will be fouled right off behind her. Good hack. Count is 0-1. Lady Knights have peppered 7 runs out in the first 3 innings. 1 in the first and 3 in the second and the third. Popped up. And that will get to center field. Another good catch made. That will do it. A 1-2-3 inning for the Lady Patriots against this Robbinsville offense. They finally cooled them off. We'll go to the bottom of the frame. It's still 7-0 Robbinsville. New pitcher for Robbinsville is going to be Naomi Taylor as we come back to you from Mars Hill University. Frapp is done. She has just swapped places with Naomi Taylor. Memory Frapp now at the hot corner, playing third. See how Taylor does after pitching yesterday in that victory over Hayesville. Cheyenne Ricker slowly gets into the box. Here's the pitch from Taylor. First one will be popped to Schuler. Throw across, and it's late. Kacha can't grab a hold of it. A rare misfire and a miscue by Zoe Schuler, E6, will send Ricker safely to the bag. And that begins our bottom of the 4th. And here's Plemons. Taylor 3-2 this season. 18 strikeouts, 2.18 earned run average. Low, ball 1. Upstairs, good stop by the very, very tall Liz Carpenter. Low, 3-0. And that one was in there. 3 balls and a strike. Clemens doing the right thing there, just taking all the way. Diane Ricker's reached both times she's batted in this game. How about the bunt? Taylor may have her doubled up, but nobody was there to cover the bag. Waddy got there, but a little late. It will go down as a P1 either way. And that is out number 1. Haley Griffin will come to the plate. A late squill from one of the bystanders, and she didn't swing the bat. Count is 0-1. I think they heard that in Marshall. Is she the only? Really? Wow. 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 I'm glad you told me that because it shows Emma. Yeah, it shows she's a senior. Yeah, so what was wrong with her? I saw she got like some medal or something before the game. Liner to third. Frapp will get it. 2 quick outs after Cheyenne Ricker reached. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, well. Buckner up now. First pitch will be roped into the outfield, and it will drop. Ricker will stop at third. Ellie Buckner at first. They're at the corners for the Patriots. 2 outs. And the batter will be Anna Capps. Pitch is low and away. Ball 1. Yes, ma'am. 2-0 the count. Ellie Buckner decided to take off super duper late to second base, but she got there nonetheless. Hey, folks, in the scorebook, it'll go down as a stolen base. Doesn't matter how she got it. All right. 2 in scoring position for the Patriots now with 2 outs. And a Capps at the dish. 3-0 count. Count on Miss Capps. Here's the pitch. It's low and away. Capps draws a 4-pitch walk. Bases are loaded for Madison County. And you got to like that if you're a Patriot after they've stranded 3 in the first 3 innings. Elora Clark, sophomore, will be up to the plate. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Taylor. And it will find Carpenter's glove in the strike zone. 0-1. And breaking ball broke a little too much. Ball and a strike. So here's how it's made up right now. Ricker at third, Buckner at second, Capps at first. Clark at the plate. 1-1 count. Taylor fires. And it's going to get into Waddy's glove. Sorta. She stopped it. Bases loaded. Jam escaped. Holy tamale. Good play by Waddy to slow it down. And that will do it for the 4th. Madison leaves them loaded. We'll go to the 5th. It is 7-0 Lady Knights here on GramStarSports.com. Top of the 5th. Live from Mars Hill. It is 7-0. Naomi Taylor leads off. Swing and a miss. Count is 0-1. We got to jamming too much about Sweet Carolina between innings. Got everything settled up now. Here comes the 0-1. Low and in. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Kevin Hensley with you on behalf of the Graham Star Sports Network. Big cut by Naomi Taylor. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. No updates yet from our friends at home. The Robbinsville middle school teams are playing today. Big swing and a miss, strike 3. Taylor offered way out in front of that pitch. Has strikeout number 3 for Plemons in relief. Carpenter will step in here. And the first pitch is going to be on the corner of the plate. Right on the corner, I'm talking. Count is 0-1. And Carpenter got a piece of that. But she's in an 0-2 hole. Robbinsville was set down in order in the top of the 4th. That was the first time today that's happened. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Carpenter gets a piece of it. It's way over the head of Carrie Gunter. Sorry, Miss Gunter, you're not going to reel that one in. It's a 1-out single for sophomore catcher Liz Carpenter. And here comes Kinsley Phillips back to the dish. Phillips launched a 3-run homer down the left field line in the 3rd inning. Robbinsville's last offensive strike in this ball game. And she hit it off of Riley Plemons, matter of fact. 1-out hit for Carpenter, so she's lurking over at first base. Oh, 1 low. Carpenter will stay put. Counts 1-1 on Kinsley Grace. And Phillips set that one down the left field line, foul. Billy Knight, a former baseball player, didn't get good out on the ball there, unfortunately. Cheyenne Ricker trying to give him some infield instruction. You think he'd play baseball for Robbinsville a few years ago. Outside. Counts 2-2. Keeping Carpenter fresh over at first. And Phillips was swinging for the fences again, and this time came up empty. Strikeout number 4 for Plemons. 2 outs for Fayla Welch. And we're going to bring in a courtesy runner for Carpenter. It will be Abby Adams running at first. And Welch gets a good piece of it. Pops that net right into your living room. Count is 0-1. See the net still bouncing here. 2 outs. Courtesy runner Abby Adams in the game now at first base, running for the catcher. They left Carpenter out there for Kinsley Phillips at bat and then took her out. And big swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Fayla Welch. Claire Barlow would bat next in the 9 hole if we continued the inning. Robbinsville with a cozy 7-0 advantage. And Welch instead is blanked on 3 straight. 5 strikeouts for Plemons. She's looked good in relief. The Lady Knights strand one. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. Robbinsville 7, Madison County 0. Bottom of the fifth, 7-0 Robbinsville. Live from Mars Hill University, you're watching the Gramstar Sports Network. We have streamed 5 varsity sports for Robbinsville all season long. We started out with volleyball and football in the fall. We did basketball throughout the winter. And in the springtime, we have carried you through the baseball and softball seasons. And we hope to be with you in August, right back in just a couple of months. Naomi Taylor will fire the pitch to Gunter. It's hard hit, and it's foul down the left field line. Count is 1-1. Two hands, Speedy. Score is 7-0 here on GramstarSports.com. Eddie Millsaps made a feeble attempt there. Couldn't help but rag him a little bit about that. And that one will miss. 2 balls and a strike. Marcel's been a gracious host for us so far tonight. I'm sure it'll continue. 2 on your score. That one chopped. And it will go foul. 2-2 count. Top of the lineup due up for Madison here in the bottom of the fifth. Here's the 2-2. Outside. Counts full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 3-2. She lost her. Ball 4. So Gunner on base once again here in the bottom of the fifth. And the catcher, Paige Peak, will step in. Nobody out. And 1 on now for the Patriots. And that one hit hard in the hole. Maybe a double play. 4-6-3. They got it. Nicely done by the Lady Knights. Good quick turns all around. Can't beat that. Roswell looking like a well-oiled machine tonight here in Madison County. 2 outs. And that'll summon Presley Harwood to the plate. The play goes forward to 6-3. Here's the pitch. Chopped right back where it came from. Taylor will field it and get it to Wachacha. Plenty of time. A quick 1-2-3, bottom of the fifth. For the Patriots, we'll go to the 6th. Robbinsville still in control, 7-0. We're cruising right along on the Gramstar Sports Network. Score 7-0 as we go into the top of the 6th. Pinch hitter Olivia Lewis makes an appearance. Good to see her out here in the top of the 6th. Lewis is pinch hitting for Claire Barlow. 2 quick strikes as we creep into the 6th inning here. We're not pulling Zoe Schuler. She's in the on-deck circle. Hope you're enjoying our presentation this afternoon. Low and in. And Lewis didn't offer at it. In that 10-2 loss we mentioned earlier against A.C. Reynolds, Lewis drew a walk and later scored on a Taylor Jackson pinch hit. That was the final gasp for Robbinsville in that game. And a piece of it by Lewis. That's probably the way her bats go when she gets the chance to swing the lumber. She'll take a couple of pitches. She'll get her timing down. She'll foul a couple off. And hopefully put it in play. And that time she fouled it off again. Count hangs at 2-2. And strike three called. It's dropped, but Lewis won't get there in time. And here's Zoe Schuler. Schuler takes ball one. You hear the perfect harmony. I believe they're in the key of C over there in the dugout. Robbinsville Lady Knights cheering on Schuler as she'll rip that one to the outfield. And it'll roll to the fence, and Schuler can fly. She's going to go to third, and she'll come in hot. She'll get the triple. So a one-out three-bagger for Zoe Schuler here in the top of the sixth. Surrey Waddy will now step up. Schuler just one base away. Here's the pitch coming from Plemons. And it is 0-1. Kylie Schuler's going to have a heck of a time getting those pants clean before tomorrow. Schuler has doubled, tripled, stolen 2 bases, drove in 2 runs. Hey, there's a reason that a school like the University of Tennessee said, hey, we want Zoe Schuler when she's out of high school. Count is 0-1. Upstairs, counts 1-1. Schuler hangs tied at third. Counts 2-1. Two, one. Waddy pops it up. And nobody's going to get it. That kind of had a weird backspin on it. And a bloop RBI makes it 8-0. That's Waddy's second time driving in Schuler today. And the Lady Knights score for the first time since the third. Ren Hooper will come in to pinch run. I'll get it right in a minute for Waddy. Anna Williams will come to the plate. So Hooper in the game now at first. Pinch running. Anna Williams at the plate. First pitch she sees. Fouled off. Count is 0-1. And that was going to get away. Hooper will get to second base on the wild pitch. Williams takes that one inside. Count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. Once again, fans, I want to thank our season-long sponsor, Blevins Electric and Blevins Insurance, located off Rodney Orr Bypass in Robbinsville. Also, our friends at Lovin Equipment and Sales, Computer Resolution, and Coy Adams Timber Company. All those businesses helping make our telecast possible along the way this year, and we could not have done it without them. Hey, I'll just go ahead and give you a spoiler alert, fans. If we hadn't had those guys in the mix, some of these playoff telecasts would not have happened. 3-1 fouled off back to the net. And that runs a full 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll be with you for the duration of the playoffs, and then we'll bid you adieu until August when the Lady Knights volleyball team get underway in the middle of the month. Football will be about a week or two behind that. And we'll do it all again just because it's way too much fun to give up here in Graham County. A quick 4-3 putout. Hooper moves to third on the fielder's choice. And that's second out. Here's Memory Frapp. Hooper now at third. 2 gone. Waddy singled home Zoe Schuler, who tripled with 1 out here in the inning. And that one is going to get fouled straight back. Memory Frapp walks stoically away from the batter's box, gathers her bearings. Up and in. They're going to try to look Hooper back. 1-1 count. Ren Hooper with some fine base running right there on this 2-out at bat. Here's the 1-1 to Memory Frapp. It's up and in. Frapp used her matrix move to get out of the way there. 2 balls and a strike. Call that a little bit of chin music if you'll have it. It is 8-0 here in the top of the 6th. Robbinsville has dictated the pace of this one really since the word go. Zoe Schuler has scored 3 runs for Robbinsville today. She's doubled, tripled, 2 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. Sorry, Waddy with a double, a single, and 2 RBIs to her credit. Kinsley Phillips with a 3-run bomb, helping out the cause. That one will be ball 4, so Frapp walks. And Ren Hooper will hang tight at third. Frapp at first. And a quick discussion will take place between Peak and Clemens. Say that 5 times fast. We have a courtesy runner coming out here. I believe it'll be Taylor Jackson. It will be. Jackson will jog to first base for Frapp. So courtesy runners aplenty for Robbinsville here in the 6th, including Ren Hooper down here below us at third. Pride of the Grindstaff clan. Sweetwater's contribution to the Robbinsville program. 8-0 and ball 1 outside. It is, yes, ma'am. I'm just going through the infidelity discussion over here, but that's fine. High Infidelity, the Oil Speedwagon album. Come on, fly ball right center field. It's off the base of the fence. They can run for days, and they will. Jackson will score. 10-0. Naomi Taylor with a 2 RBI double here on the Graham Star Sports Network. My, oh my, Robbinsville showing off here at Mars Hill. Batter will be Liz Carpenter. Take it on the run, because that's the way you need to go, baby. 10-0, first pitch. Carpenter takes all the way. I don't think you could have removed that bat from her shoulder with a forklift. Count is 1-0. We're begging for Ario, and we're running out of time to get it played, honestly, so we're hoping it'll come to fruition. That gets away. Taylor to third on the wild pitch. And the count is 2-0. So they lifted Waddy just a moment ago, fans, because she is in the bullpen warming up. We'll see her come in to probably get an inning of work here in the bottom of the sixth. If the score holds, that'll be the end of the game. Pop up to second base. Play made. That will do it. But Robbinsville slaps a few more on, 3 to be exact. And we'll go to the bottom of the sixth. Could be the last chance for the Patriots if they don't score some runs. It's 10-0 Lady Knights. Bottom of the sixth. That could be the last chance for the Patriots. New pitcher for Robbinsville. You see her warming up in the circle right now. That's freshman Surrey Waddy, transfer from Swain County in the offseason. And boy, has she been a game changer for the Lady Knights in every single sport she's played in. She just blended right in like she'd always played for the Lady Knights. Volleyball, she was the libero. In basketball, she was a great wing and defender, and now is showing her softball acumen to the world. Waddy 2-0 on the season. 16 strikeouts, a 1.54 earned run average. And she is an athlete to watch over these next few years. I'll go ahead and call it. And I think I'm pretty confident in saying that, as a matter of fact. But there is a dangerous hitter coming up to the plate. Cheyenne Ricker will lead off for the Lady Patriots as it's rally time for the pride of Madison County here at Mars Hill University. More or less call this a home game for them. So as expected, as advertised, Robbinsville went through its rotation. Tough to find a team with 3 pitchers, much less more than 1. Depth's not always there, especially in 1A. Ricker pops that one up a mile and a half high. And the catch is made by Naomi Taylor. 1 pitch, 1 out. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. First pitch will miss 0-1. Oh, 2 count on Plemons. Time running out for the Patriots here in the bottom of the sixth. That one outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hard to believe, fans, that in about 16 hours or so we'll be live and in living color at Hiawassee Dam. Actually, we got about 18 hours. By the time we get back, it'll be 16. Right here north of Asheville, 30 minutes away from Johnson City. Tucked away here in western North Carolina. Clemens strikes out. Waddy gets a K on her resume here in the bottom of the sixth. And the last gasp is Haley Griffin. Let's just stay right here with home plate. Just a moment. 2 outs, nobody on. Robbinsville looking to close out a 10-0 shutout. They fanned 3 runs across the second, third, and sixth inning. First inning, Zoe Schuler scored on 2 stolen bases and an error to get us where we're at on the scoreboard. And Carpenter steps out for a moment. Take her Get her wristband adjusted, I believe. A lot of smiles in that Robbinsville dugout right now, and they're fixing to improve to 16-4. Big swing and a miss. Griffin chuckled at the swing. 1-1 count. Foul ball, and she fouled it off of her knee. Griffin's tough. She'll walk that off. 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss. Lottie gets 2 strikeouts in this relief appearance. Robbinsville improving to 16-4. Madison County's season has come to a close now. They will finish the year 12-9. Well, fans, once again, Kevin Hensley with you on GramstarSports.com. Taylor Jackson hit the round off as soon as I cut the camera away because, of course, she did, but that's all right. We really appreciate you folks being with us all season long. We want to thank our sponsors one more time: Blevins Electric, Coy Adams Timber Company, Loving Equipment and Sales, and Computer Resolution. Now, fans, we are selling sponsorships for next year. If you're already interested in purchasing what we're doing, we're going to try to do this as well with the on-screen graphics, promote your business. We'll even do commercials for you if you'd like to do that. Give us a call. But we will be starting that in our news meetings that we stream as well on Facebook for free. So you get promotions 2 places for 1 price. And we'll talk more about that if you give us a call at the Gramstar office, 828-479-3383. Final score today, Robbinsville 10 and Madison County 0. We want to thank you for tuning in live from Mars Hill this afternoon. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. is the Smoky Mountain Conference title game. It'll be the Lady Knights and the Hiawassee Dam Lady Eagles. We won't be able to stream it, but I promise you folks, as soon as we get back to some service on Highway 294 in Cherokee County, we will readily have that ready for you with an update, and we hope that we'll be posting a picture of conference champions, the Robbinsville Lady Knights. Till then, fans, have a great rest of your Friday evening. This is Kevin Hensley on behalf of the Gramstar Sports Network.